I'm Lindsay Gilmore, and I'm an artist based here in Bend, Oregon, and I mostly paint landscapes, but really what I'm trying to accomplish is taking the beauty of our surroundings and helping people bring it into their home. When I moved out to Oregon and saw all of the gorgeous scenery that we're so lucky to live around, I just felt really drawn to capture the places that we were hiking and living amongst. And so usually my subject matter is from a trip we've been on, a place we've visited. I think it's helpful when I actually have been there, because I think I'm trying to capture not just what it looks like, but almost the essence of being in a place. And I feel like sometimes when you take a photo, it just doesn't do the place justice. The mountains never look as big and majestic as they did in real life. And there's just something about physically being there, hearing the sounds, seeing the movement. And I think I'm trying to somehow capture that in paint in a way that a photo just can't do. So I'm so fortunate to have this studio space. It's in the old mill. It's called The Stacks, and there are 4 artists that share the space. It's been so valuable to be in this space and to get Jen to come in here and weigh in on, something's going on with this painting and I can't quite figure it out. What do you think I should do? There's room for all of us, and we're all better served if we can support what each other are doing and be generous to share what we've learned, and that side of things has been really important. It's funny, a typical day in the studio is not all painting. I think when people hear that I'm an artist, they just assume this romantic scene of me painting peacefully and beautifully with lovely music playing in the background. And while that is some of the time, it's surprising to people how much time I spend on the computer. A big part of my business is prints and wholesale and selling prints directly to customers. And so there's a lot of emailing with my printer and back and forth with customers and placing orders. And it's really a one-woman shop. When I'm painting, it's nice to not have those other things floating around my brain and really get lost in the work. I think painting's always been just an outlet, and it's a way to quiet my mind. And I think I tend to run anxious, and just getting lost in a painting is how I can unwind. Yes, it's work, but it's just how I find peace. So I have 2 kiddos. Miles is 7 and Emmy is 3.5. Before I had my first daughter, Miles, my husband was in medical school and residency, so he was never home, and I had all this time to create and grow my business. And that was when I was doing more of the portraiture, and I wasn't all that drawn to what I was doing, and I don't think I was really all that passionate about what I was doing. As soon as I had my daughter, it was this is the most important thing, and this is where I want my time and energy to be. So that was actually when I made that pivot to the style I'm doing now. It was if I'm taking time away from her, I want it to be really fulfilling and really aligned and really worthwhile. And I also want to have healthy habits around my work and not overextending myself. But ironically, it's that's when it really took off. So with my husband being in the medical field, I think for the longest time, I saw so much intrinsic value in what he and my friends who are also in that field were doing. They're literally saving people's lives. But I think I've really learned to appreciate the value of art and what I have to provide. And I've grown in my confidence, just being bold enough to claim I'm an artist without qualifying it in some way. That's for some reason a really hard thing to do. You have to share authentically and fully be yourself, take people along for the journey, and people will start to root not just for your art, but for you as a human. I just find people wanting to be a part of my story, and that's such a huge honor.